Hi, and welcome back to Yoga with Tim. Today we're going to do a Vinyasa flow class. Begin seated, sit up on something, a block or a cushion, so that you can sit up straight and tall. And for today's class, we're going to be using a couple of blocks. So as you sit up straight and tall, feel that your sit bones are aiming straight down into your lift. Balance your head right up on top. Close your eyes and take your focus inward. With your abdomen soft, your shoulders, your jaw, and your tongue relaxed, take a breath all the way down towards your belly. Feel the sides of your ribs expand, sides of your chest. Pause at the top of your breath and slowly let all the air out. Take a slow, steady breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs from the bottom all the way up to the top. Pause at the top of your breath and slowly let all the air out. One more conscious breath like that. Then open your eyes and come onto your hands and your knees. With your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, tip your sit bones up towards the ceiling, wheel your chest forward. As you exhale, round through your back, draw your navel back to your spine, spread your shoulder blades, move the sit bones to the backs of the knees. Inhale to arch your back, wheel your chest. Exhale, sit bones to the backs of the knees, pull up in your middle. One more time. Then come into neutral. Stretch your left leg back behind you. Lift your belly up and send your right arm forward. As you exhale, bend the elbow and the knee. As you inhale, reach it back out. Exhale, bend the elbow and the knee. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale. Inhale, reach out. Lower your hand and your knee and change sides. 2, and last one. Then set the hand and the knee down. Stretch back towards child's pose. Reach the hips back towards the heels. Stretch down from the outer arms into your four corners of your hands. Then with the toes still pointed back, press the tops of the feet down and lift the hips like you're going to stretch back into dog. Set the knees down, curl your toes under, and with the toes curled under, stretch back into child's pose. Come back up, point the toes back, lift, and stretch back like into dog. One more time. Knees down, toes curl under, stretch back towards your heels. Come back up. Point the toes back. Stay lifted through your core as you lift the hips and stretch back. Then uncurl the toes. Inhale, shift into plank pose. Exhale, glide back into dog. Inhale into plank pose. Exhale, stretch back into dog. Inhale into plank. Now engage your abs and raise your left leg up without your middle sinking. Change legs, raise your right leg up. Left. Right. Left. And right. Stretch back into downward dog. Raise your right leg up from the inner thigh. Exhale, bring your knee to your right armpit. Pull it up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale to your left armpit. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to your chest, pull up. Step your foot all the way up by your thumb. Set your back knee down. Scoop up your belly and raise your arms up. Then bring your hands down to the mat. Curl your back toes under, lift your back leg, and then twist. Take your right arm up. Bring your hand back down, twist, and back down. One more time, we'll hold, draw the right hip crease back as you twist. Bring your hand down, and step back into downward dog or out of vinyasa. Then from downward dog, lift your left leg up from the inner thigh. Exhale the knee to your left armpit. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale to your right pit. Inhale, back up. Exhale the knee to your chest, pull up. Step your foot all the way up by your thumb. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Curl your back toes, lift your back knee up. Then, as you draw your left hip crease back, lift up through the spine and twist. Take your arm up and bring your hand back down. Again, spin, take your arm up, bring your hand back down. Last one, spin, take your arm up, bring your hand down, and step back into downward dog. Inhale into plank. Raise your right leg up, keeping your low abs pulled up. Change legs, left leg up. Change legs. And change legs. Lower yourself down onto your belly. Stretch your arms all the way forward. Full body stretch. Reach back through your toes, reach forward through your fingers. Now engage your glutes, turn on your low abs. And as you rotate your arms externally, see if you can raise your hands up 1 inch up off the mat. Then bend the elbows back in the goalpost position, rotate externally. Stretch your arms forward, see if you can keep them hovered above the floor as you engage your glutes. Bend elbows back in the goalpost position, rotate externally. Stretch arms forward. Bend back in the goalpost, rotate externally, hold there. Then stretch both arms straight back behind you. Roll the chest open. Bring your hands next to your side ribs. Roll the shoulders open again. With your toes curled under, lift your knees. Engage your core, engage your abs, engage your legs, and press straight up. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms up. Exhale, release your arms at your side. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back, plank pose. Hold here, engage your core. Raise your left leg up an inch. Change legs, raise your right leg up. Change legs. Change legs. Lower onto your belly and slide your arms all the way forward. Engage your glutes, press the tops of the feet down, but spin the inner thighs up. Then as you squeeze your low abs, raise your hands, bend the elbows back in the goalpost position, lift the hands. Stretch your arms forward. Bend elbows back, rotate externally. Stretch forward. Bend back, rotate externally. Stretch both arms back behind you and roll the chest, shoulders open. Then place your hands next to your side ribs. Curl the toes under. Engage the legs, engage the glutes. Core strong, stay long, press straight up. Hold. Then shift forward and lower slowly to elbow height. Press straight up. One more time, chaturanga push-up. Glide back into down dog. From down dog, come right into up dog. Lower into chaturanga. Press straight up. And back into downward dog. Bend your knees and look in between your hands. Step walker, float all the way up to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Then take your feet hip distance apart, bend your knees and sit back like you're sitting into a chair. Weight the heels back, reach the hips back. So we're gonna turn on the posterior chain. Then start to roll the shoulders open and lift your chest, reach your heart forward. Take the arms out to the side, kind of like locust pose arms, and then lift the backs of the arms away from the floor, turn the triceps towards each other. Feel your shoulder blades come onto your back. Stay back in your heels, scoop your belly. And then staying back in the heels, start to take your arms forward. Bring the arms back behind you again, roll your chest open. And then take your arms forward. One more time, arms back behind you, roll the chest open. Take your arms forward, scoop up your lower belly, press weight back into the heels, and fold forward. Slowly roll yourself up to stand with the knees bent. Then step your left leg back into a lunge. Scoop up your belly as you take your arms forward and raise the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands to prayer. Slowly lower your back knee down right underneath your left hip. Then raise your arms up again. As you firm your left buttock towards the back of your knee, take a hold of your left hand, left wrist with your right hand, and reach over to the side. Come back up, turn the palms to face each other. Pull your right thigh bone back into the hip socket, lift your back leg up, and step forward. Change legs, step your right leg back. Scoop your navel as you take your arms forward and then all the way up. Bring your hands to prayer and lower your back knee slowly right underneath your left hip. Then take your arms back up and take a hold of your right wrist, reach up and over to the side as you stretch the right buttock towards the back of the knee. Breathe all the way down towards your belly like how we started. Come back up. Pull that left thigh bone back, hip in, raise the back leg, and step forward, mountain pose. Then bring your hands to the sides of your chest, thumbs to support the side ribs. And as you inhale, sit back like you're sitting into a chair. As you exhale, engage the backs of the legs and come back up. Now make sure that the chest doesn't sink when you go to sit back. Pause there. Press to your legs and come back up. 2 more times. Without the chest sinking. Last one, we'll hold and then take the arms up. Good. Now stay back in the heels. Take your arms forward, scoop up your belly, and raise your arms. Then spread your arms to the side, fold forward. Inhale into a flat back, elongate. Step back, downward facing dog. From down dog, roll right into up dog. Chaturanga. Plank. Hold. Raise your right leg up an inch. Change legs. Raise your left leg up an inch. Set that foot down and stretch back into down dog. So if you're like, what the hell is up with this sequence? We're just trying to do a little bit funkier sequence to challenge you, kind of challenge the brain to what you're not used to doing. And so this is good because when we get really used to something, we kind of get stuck in a rut. So it's good to kind of mix up the movements once in a while. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Draw that right thigh back, scoop up your belly, and come up into crescent. Then drop your arms to the side, roll those shoulder heads back again, and keeping the activity in the back body, start to lean your chest out over your knee, but at the same time, pull your thigh bone, hip crease back. Then see if you can take one arm forward, keeping that right thigh pulled back, outer buttock engaged, and then both arms forward. Scoop, scoop, scoop the belly up towards the hands. Then stretch the arms back again, roll your chest open, bring your hands down and step back into downward dog or out of vinyasa. Step your left foot up by your left thumb. Pull your left thigh bone back, activate your core, and come up into crescent. Bring your arms to your side, roll the shoulders back, chest open, start to lean your chest out over your knee. Draw hip crease back, plug the thigh back into the socket, then see if you can take one arm forward. Keep both sit bones reaching back, both arms forward. If it's too much on your lower back, just keep the arms stretched back. Then float the arms back, roll the chest open, bring the hands down, and step back into downward dog or take a vinyasa. From down dog, look between your hands, step your right foot all the way up, turn your back heel down, and scoop up your belly as you come up into warrior two. Turn your right thigh out so that your knee is tracking with your second and your third toe. Press through your back heel, go tall through your spine. Then bring forearm to thigh and left arm over, or place your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Press through your feet and come back up. Straighten your right leg and reach into triangle. Bring your hand down. Step back into downward dog or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot all the way up. Spin your back heel down. Press to your feet and come up into warrior two. Then bring forearm to thigh or place your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Whichever one you do, you just want to make sure that you feel like you can open up and breathe all the way down towards your belly. Press into your feet and come back up. Straighten your leg and reach out into triangle pose. Feel the hip crease deepen and the pelvis like it's trying to reach back towards your back heel as you go to put your hand down. Grow through the pelvic roots towards your back heel, tailbone, sit bone, pubic bone, all reaching towards your back foot. And then elongate through your trunk in the opposite direction. Bring your hand down, step back into downward dog, or let's go through a vinyasa. Now before you lower for the chaturanga, make sure that you wake up your spine and the legs are strong. Turn on your bandhas, lift through the pelvic floor, lower belly. Then keeping the legs strong, slowly lower to elbow height. Then roll into upward dog. And stretch back into downward dog. Look in between your hands. Step, walk, or hop up to the front. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Samasthiti. Then sit back into chair pose. Cross your right leg up and over your left. Cross your right elbow under, or if you don't have the arm flexibility, bring the elbows towards each other. Then see if you can lift the arms up a little higher without the upper trap sneaking up. Uncross your arms and your legs. Stand in mountain again. Sit back into chair. Cross the left leg up and over the right. Cross the left elbow under, or just bring the forearms towards each other. Squeeze in with your legs and see if you can lift your elbows up a bit without your upper trap sneaking up your neck. Uncross and stand in mountain. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And squat down for Malasana or crow pose. So we'll go from Malasana into crow. So you squat into this Malasana position, heels up, arms forward. Then bend the elbows, hook the triceps back into your shins. With your hands down, then start to scoop up your belly. Keep your shoulder blades spread and onto your back as you lean into your hands and start to lift up. Then set your feet back down. Lower your buttocks down and stretch your legs out in front of you. Bring your hands to your side, roll your chest open. And as your sit bones release straight down, feel your spine grow tall, upright. Lean your trunk back halfway. Scoop your belly, slide your knees in towards you, and then lift your legs up from the grip of your belly. Take one arm forward without leaning out to the side, and both arms forward. Then set the heels back down, raise your arms up and grow tall above your sit bones. Take your arms forward and roll slowly down onto your shoulder blades. Pause there. Then as you exhale, roll yourself back up. Raise your arms up, sit up tall. Now if you don't have the control in your core to roll back up, bring your hands to the backs of your legs. So we'll slowly roll down to the shoulders. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, if you need to hold the legs to come up nice and smooth from your abdominals and less from your neck and your shoulders, that's fine. Last one, slowly lower. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, roll back up. And then as you roll down, we'll hold in the down position. Hold there. Now push the elbows down and really squeeze in with your abs. Take one leg forward. Hold those abs in, both legs forward. Then cross your right leg over your left. Change sides, keep the low abs squeezed in. Keep going side to side. Push those elbows down. Stay lifted off of your shoulders. And then lower yourself down. Open your arms out at the side. Inhale, arch the lower back. Exhale, pubic bone towards the chest. Engage the backs of the legs, curl the buttocks to the backs of the knees. Inhale, let the lower back arch. Exhale, pubic bone towards the chest. Now bring the knees up and then push the buttocks straight up. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, pubic bone to chest, lift the buttock up. Inhale into neutral. Now lower the legs slowly. Bring the legs back up. Tuck your abs, push up. Inhale, lower the legs slowly. Keep the abs tucked in. Exhale, back up. Tuck pubic bone, push up, low abs. Inhale, lower slow. This is so hard. Exhale, tuck the abs, push up. Inhale, lower slow. Why are we doing abs? Back up, push up. Inhale, lower slow. 40 more to go. No, last one. Back up, tuck your abs, push up. Then take your arms up. Crunch up and over to the outside of your right knee. Oh my gosh. Inhale, back down. Up and over to the outside of your left. Inhale, back down. Over to the right. Come on, we're almost done. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back down. Roll up to seated. And then come onto your hands and your knees. Set your elbows down onto the floor. Last part of the abdominal challenge. Curl the toes under. Tuck your abs in. Feel all those abs start to squeeze and turn on. Then lift the knees up. So this you're in kind of like a pike position where the hips are up a bit. That's okay. Roll the outer shoulders back. Now scoop your belly and pull your left knee towards your right elbow. Change sides. Keep going side to side for 30 seconds. Not about quantity, more about quality. Make sure that your shoulders stay in their position. You feel your abs turn on each time you pull up. Last 15. Good, and then slowly lower your hips. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this, let your chest open up. Whew. Am I the most ridiculous with the noises? I feel. Did anyone else at home make so many noises? Wow. Okay, lower your chest back down. Press up onto your hands and your knees. And then lie down onto your back. A little bit of supported bridge. Lift your heels up. Lift your buttocks up as you press your heels down. Slide the block underneath your hips. Then roll up onto the tops of your shoulders. Open your chest. Feel the hips reach out of your lower back and stretch your right leg out along the floor. Change legs, stretch your left leg out along the floor. Important to keep the active reach through the hips so that you don't just hinge. If you totally relax into this pose, your lower back will hinge under the weight of the extended leg. So keep the length, the reach through your hips so that there's actually a sense of elongation, like you're lengthening through your lumbar to stretch the extended leg. Shoulders stay open. So not just can I straighten my leg, what's my whole body doing? Rebend the knee, lift the hips up, move the block to the side, then stretch your right leg straight up to the ceiling and your left leg out along the floor. Bring your hands to the back of the leg and maybe you can smooth the hands up above the knee, but keep your hips still reaching out of your back. Don't force it, breathe into it. Release and change legs. Release that and cross your right ankle over your left knee. Take a hold of your left shin or the back of your left leg. But remember, it's not just how far can I yank my leg towards me, it's can you extend and create length through your spine as you stretch the hip. Change the cross. And release. Then for this final spinal twist, open your arms out to the side, cross your right ankle over your left knee, and slowly let your legs go over to the left without your right shoulder lifting. If you're more limited in your range of motion, or if you have some lower back issues, you want to focus more on the elongation than how much you're twisting. And you can prop by putting a block or something underneath your knee and your foot so that you don't twist as deep. So you get the twist higher up into your chest, the chest opening as your hips twist. Come back to center. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And slowly take the legs over to the right. Come back to center and stretch your legs out for Shavasana, horse pose. Take a slow, steady breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs from the bottom all the way up to the top. Pause at the top. Let a third of the air out. Let another third out. Let all the air out. And then just let the breath come and go. Focus your attention in your body, feeling the sensation. Feeling the rhythm of the breath. Then gently bend your knees and roll to your right side. Press yourself up to seated. Join your palms together. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the practice. If you did, hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see in next week's videos. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time.